This is Paul. Yes. I'm in the study room and it's 12:16. Yeah. And Saturday, March 16th. Yes. And for those of you in the family, yeah, that think that the number five is of significance, I did actually put on my drive a couple screen prints. Now, I've had this difficulty with those that bet against me getting the laws enforced. Yes. Some of you are in the family number three. Some of you are in the family number five. Pope. And then for all of you in the spiritual family number seven. Yeah. As a citizen of the United States, I don't actually consider myself in a numbered family. Yeah. But I do know that my family is a number. Hmm. See, we have a marriage certificate, yes, and it's a number 492 of 2000. Yeah. Could you call the United Nations and get all the United Nations marriage certificates since they began in approximately? Well, they started out as a League of Nations, yes. And then they got involved in the humanitarian work that they were doing, yes. And then they started issuing marriage certificates for those that are refugees or going through wars or these various difficulties that humanity gets themselves involved in. Now, for all of you that had wanted to get a divorce, yes, this looks like, okay, the actual front of my phone, except it was 5:55 last night. Yes, you can see 5:55 p.m. Yeah. That's one, two, three, four, five, six fives. Yes. It was at 9:35 a.m. Oh, is that right? And there's another five right there. It wasn't seven fives. It was eight fives. Oh gosh. And then there's a four, a three, two threes, three threes, four threes. Yes. A nine and an eight. So really, it wasn't seven fives. I just looked at it for just like a minute. Oh, there's another five there and 3:15. Yeah. That's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine fives. Yes, but there are two screen prints. That's 18 fives. Yes. And if I added one plus eight, that's nine divided by three. Yeah, that's three threes. Those in the number family that everything's a number. Oh, I thought it was seven fives because I only looked at it. It was like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. But it's actually eight, and then there's nine fives. Yes. Now, exactly what was the bet yesterday? These laws that you're refusing to enforce. You have been gambling for 7 years and 8 months. There was a little gamble that took place at the Guam Airport Hotel, and maybe Heidi remembers that. Somebody had some technology where they could actually violate the privacy of citizens. Yes, they could see through their eyes or they could hear their private conversations. Right. And then you could fuck up their lives and then you could bet on the outcome of whatever it was that you were betting on. Yes. Now, if I looked at all the gamblers today that said, well, the odds are that Paul will not get the laws of the United States enforced. Yeah. It is really a huge crime to use any technology to violate the privacy of American citizens. Huge crime. Now, these five sons, were you issued a protection order on July 8th of 2011? Yes. And my wife alleged that I was crazy, that I said that everybody has a biochip in them, and there's this whole idea of being able to hear through the nose or see through the eyes, or I understand, I understand. Ouch. Let's say I found out that there was a certain amount of truth to what she said about my personal life, but I wasn't crazy. Oh. Then your idea right now. I sent an email from this morning's Bible reading about bread. Yes. That involves due process. Yes. It involves the due process of law. Yes. Now, I didn't get any notices in 2011. Yes. And I didn't get a notice in August 12th of 2011. Right. And this minute order, he didn't actually give me the 5 judicial days. I didn't get a phone call from my sons. Yes. This is a screenshot from yesterday. Yes. This is not the actual time. Yeah, that was yesterday's time. Now, just so you know, I have some really amazing software on this phone. Yes. hmm See, I had told you a few days ago that on July 31st of 2015, you issued a protection order. Yeah. And I have a copy of it here. Yeah. Where there's forgeries. Yes. And you said you don't have to enforce forgery laws. Where there's no signature of the petitioner. Yeah. No signature of the protected person. Yes. And then you arrested me. Yeah. And said I was in Sequim, Washington, 7:47 a.m. Oh, I told you about that in the Bible reading. Yeah. And I said I wanted to prosecute my wife. Seems to be some issue with me parenting my sons. Now, if I added up all the crime, yes, that Heidi Lee Budnick, the mother of my 5 sons, yes, has involved herself in, yes, and then you obstructing me for having her prosecuted for child abduction, kidnapping, pouch. Now, is there some reason why you wouldn't want to question me about where I slept that night? Yes. Or this whole idea, Judge, at arraignment? Yes. I plead non-guilty, and I was on the bus that morning, and it was 4 days after the alleged incident. Yes. And I can prove to you that. Pooh. But I'm sitting in the fucking library right now. What's the bet? 5, family? How much money are you going to make for violating?